Ugh, don't say that word.
What word?
Oh.
Moist.
What, just never watched Mickey and Minnie Moist growing up? You out of your fucking mind?
Ronald Moist Donald?
Seen my buddy Ben's on Moisture Chef's Candidates?
No, but I'm all caught up on how to moist a murder. Fuck, those Averys really put their foots in it now, eh?
My favorite show is America's Most Wanted.
Welcome back to Kirill Smashes Acting. I'm Kirill, actor, educator, cat enthusiast. We've been getting some really great responses to the last two videos about auditioning, so we're going to continue the trend. In this video, we're going to talk about the one skill that you must remember when doing a theatrical audition that so many people forget. Each one of these shorter videos is going to give you a tip that you can practice at home and take into your audition right away. So let's get started. The thing about auditions that people forget is that they're a job interview. But this is even more applicable to theatrical auditions because you're in the room with the people. So when you're auditioning in the room with people, you are being judged from the moment you walk into that door. So don't forget that you are on stage right when you walk into the room. From that point on, even though the judges don't always know they're working, they're already sizing you up. You want a version of yourself that is friendly, personable, and someone that people want to be around for a long time. If it's a theatrical job, you might be with these people for 3, 4, 6, 7 weeks. So they want to get a sense that they want to be around you. So you are already auditioning before any of the monologue already came out of your mouth. So think, what version of me do I want them to see from the moment I walk into the room? That's step one of every theatrical audition. Next goes your slate. When you're given your slate, the same rule applies. What version of me am I trying to show them? It's okay to be nervous because that just means you have passion, but they want to see that even though you have nerves, you can overcome that you can perform. Now here's what separates the professionals from everyone else. They understand that even though they've come in as a version of themselves, they need to then show the people watching their audition that they're able to drop into character and perform a scene in an honest, moment-to-moment manner. The reason I say come in as a version of yourself is because you want to show them that you can be human before you start to work. One of the biggest mistakes people make is letting the character they're about to perform, especially if it's a difficult character for them, be a part of them when they're walking into the room and when they're slating. The thing you need to remember is that you walk in as yourself, you do your slate, then you take a moment to drop into character and have a moment before as the character. That's now two characters you've shown. You've shown the version of yourself, and you've shown your ability to drop into whichever character you're going to be performing as. Once you've dropped into the character, have a moment before with whoever you're talking to. This gives you the ability to launch into the piece with intention, just like we talked about in the previous videos. If you have that moment before, they've now seen you come in as yourself, drop into character, and begin to act, all before you've ever spoken a word. Once you've had that moment before, launch into your monologue, go moment to moment, tell the story like we talked about. After the monologue is finished, leave a moment after the monologue before you go back to yourself. This is huge. That moment after the monologue, you as the actor should be having a reaction to whether you've accomplished your objective or not. Imagine what that person is doing after your speech and have a reaction to show the audience whether you've accomplished your objective or not. Then drop back to yourself and say thank you. A lot of times they may want to talk to you, so it's important that you drop back into yourself. Because again, they want to be able to see if you're human and if they want to be around you. Talent will only take you so far. You have to be somebody that they want to be around. So now if you follow those steps, you know that you've walked in as yourself, dropped into character, had a moment before, did the monologue, had a moment after where you have an opinion about whether the objective worked or not, then dropped back into yourself and said thank you. Obviously, if you have to do 2 monologues, you have to go from character, drop out, drop in, moment before, and so on. In the prior video, we talked about dropping in and out of character. This is where that practice of dropping into character and dropping back to yourself will be a huge part as to whether you land the role or not. I hope you enjoyed that tip video. There's going to be many to come. This series is about giving you small, actionable tips that you can practice and build on each other to help make your audition techniques as spot on as possible. If you enjoyed that video, hit the like button, hit subscribe. Feel free to share with whoever you think might need this information or might enjoy this information. This is Harmony. She's been sick and she's still a little bit feisty, but when we first got her, she would not come anywhere near us. Now she cuddles me reluctantly. Say goodnight, Harmony. Good night, Harmony.